We have the t-shirts back in stock, my darlings. What is delayed is not denied. We have it in blue since you loved it so very much indeed, my darlings. You better go ahead and get your t-shirt before it sells out, because I just might go ahead and do a yellow t-shirt for you and an orange t-shirt. You have to bear in mind, Baby Girl is a small brand. We are self-funding here, so I can only do so much. But yes, the t-shirt is back and I am living and loving. I also have a surprise for you. Yes. You asked and I said, why not? We have brought the black t-shirt back. What is delayed is not denied. Are we living and loving? Okay. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? I haven't stopped thinking of Carmelo Anthony. As a mother, I just have not been able to stop thinking about him. Hold on. It's a very crazy, busy time for me. I'm just multitasking a whole bunch of things. And a 17-year-old boy that's not even old enough to vote. And he is in prison now, state prison, you guys have corrected me, for 17 years. Hopefully, he'll have a solid appeal. I have been going over the case, and there are a couple of things that I want to say going forward for the family if they're seeking an appeal. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The mere fact that you had a jury means that you have an amount of people that you have to convince that what happened was a mistake. It wasn't intentional. That's strike one, because we have Karmelo said he did it. He said not alleged, but I did it. Secondly, which I just found out, that Jeff Metcalf came to your press conference. The father of Austin came to your press conference and you marched him out. That is wild to me, because you had your case right there. The father of the deceased boy has forgiven your son. Why would you not have him at the press conference? The press conference no longer is about you, it's about him. Because the outcome for Karmelo would have been different. Austin passed away. There's no getting around that. Austin passed away. And that was from the direct hand of Karmelo. Talking about Karmelo, when his appeal comes around, he has to take the stand. Everybody and anybody will want to hear from him how sorry he is, what exactly happened. I also humbly, in my opinion, you have to make the appeal or the case public, so that the public court of opinion can have an idea of exactly how everything came together. My humble opinion. As a mother, nobody wins. Everybody is crying. And it occurred to me that Jeff Metcalf is out and he's expressing his frustration, his anger, plus what have you. And he has really shown how he really feels. Let me say that. But we know what we're talking about. I noticed the mother hasn't said a single word. The mother is grieving. The mother has literally disappeared, and she's grieving for her son. We also have Karmelo's mother, who is grieving for her son because her son has been lost to the system. All are punished. This is the third episode that I am doing, because I promise you when I tell you I'm not sleeping well at night. And through my research, I came through to a very, very interesting individual. His name is called Unique Mecca Audio. You have to follow him. In the comment section, let him know you came from Fumi Nation. Okay? There's another gentleman of whom I know pretty well, the lead attorney, because we did the Shankwela Robinson case together. Genius of an attorney. And he had an episode that he had filmed 11 months ago, before the trial and before the verdict, to the point that there in the comment section, I looked at it, somebody wrote, "Who's watching this after hearing the verdict and sentencing? This man is a genius and the most accurate, competent, unbiased attorney on YouTube." I want you to listen to what these two gentlemen have to say, because I want to scare straight other 17-year-old boys out there who might have any funny ideas and think that they can take the law into their own hands, as opposed to getting up and walking away. Why? Because I have the gift of goodbye. I can walk away. It doesn't mean anything to me. As a matter of fact, it's very empowering. Somebody said in the comment section for me, "Oh, Fumi, I'm sure if somebody slapped you that you wouldn't just walk away." I responded to her and I said, actually it happened. Somebody did slap me across the face circa 1997. I was living at 320 East 34th Street and I went downstairs to the deli to buy some bagels for breakfast. And whether I bumped into her or she bumped into me, she was irate and she slapped me across the face. And I looked at her. I took a strong, hard look at her. You could have heard a pin drop because people were waiting to see my response. Was I angry? Yes. But more than anything, I had a huge model job that day because I was modeling in New York at that time. I had a weekend in Paris that was coming up. I had so many things. And as much as it stung, she just looked like nothing to me. And I realized in that moment, did I want to exchange my life for hers? No, I did not. I walked away, and as I came out of the diner, there was a policeman, and I told him what this person had done. And when we walked in, the diner said, yes, this person slapped her. They arrested her. You have to have control. And ask yourself, Auntie Fumi said, do I want to trade my life for his or hers? The question is very, very simple. When you realize you don't want to trade your life for that other person, it's easy to walk away. I want you to be scared straight with what Unique Mecca Audio has to say. He was a 29-year-old man who went to prison for 26 years. And he came out at the grand old age of 56. We are the same age. And I think to myself, Fumi, what have you achieved in those 26 years? I've gotten married, I've had a son, I've created another career for myself via YouTube. I was an actor out in California. I was a model in New York. I have lived and traveled to over 70 countries. He was incarcerated for all of those years. And when I listened to what he had to say, when I tell you, I think of Karmelo. That's why I'm giving this advice going forward. Let's listen first to lead attorney, okay?
Many of you were surprised at a point that I made in my last video on how Carmelo Anthony's family has actually costed Carmelo extra years in prison. So many extra years. You wanted me to expound on that further because you had not heard anyone make that point. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm giving you the perspective not of a YouTuber reacting to news, but of an attorney who's practiced for more than 20 years. This is behind the scenes info, so let's get to it. Now, let me explain on how Carmelo's mother basically sentenced her own son Carmelo to an extra 10 to 30 more years in prison and what she can do about it now to try to fix it. I explained in my last video that Carmelo's mother apparently hired a family spokesperson, one Dominique Alexander. This Dominique calls himself a minister of justice, whatever that is. Dominique is a convicted felon. He's alleged to have beaten his girlfriend. Then he got a new girlfriend, and when that girlfriend left out of the apartment, the good minister grabbed that woman's 2-year-old baby and shook him until that baby got brain damage. The good minister pled guilty in that case to felony charges and was in prison. Now, this is the man that Carmelo's mom chose to speak on Carmelo and the family's behalf. The good baby shaking minister. The minister did exactly what you would expect a convicted felon to do when handling Carmelo's case. He absolutely destroyed it. How? He ostracized the most important person in Carmelo's case. Now, who is that? Is that the judge? No. Is that the prosecutor? No. The most important person alive in Carmelo's case is actually Jeff Metcalf, the father of the young man that Carmelo Anthony killed, Austin Metcalf. The father, Jeff Metcalf, is the linchpin to Carmelo's entire future. Let me tell you that in a murder case where the victim is gone, the case lives on through the victim's next of kin. When a parent has to bury his child, everyone looks to that parent to gauge how to react. Judges consciously and subconsciously look at the parent's facial expression when they're testifying on the witness stand. Prosecutors run all their plea offers through the parents. Reporters knock on the parents' doors for statements, and they aim their cameras at the parents when the verdicts drop. And the jurors, oh my goodness. The jurors hang on every word of the parents. Notice every little movement, every gesture. In this case, Jeff Metcalf, the father, is not just a spectator in the case. He's the conscience of the entire community. If you win Jeff, you win all the sympathy. But if you alienate him, you can go to prison for life. Now, months ago, Jeff Metcalf, the father, he did something unthinkable. Reporters, as they always do, shoved a microphone in this grieving father's face and asked him, "How do you feel about this Carmelo Anthony?" Do you know what he said? Jeff Metcalf said, and I quote, "You know what? I've already forgiven this person. Already." Now, that is amazing. It's amazing that Jeff would have the strength to do that because I would be incapable of that. The maturity, the wisdom, the strength, I just would not have it. Now, that baby shaking minister is not going to know this, but when a father makes a statement like that, a statement of forgiveness, the entire Carmelo team has to drop everything. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Your entire legal strategy has to change. I can tell you as an attorney that you call an emergency meeting with all the lawyers, all the family, maybe PR consultants if the family has means for that. You bring everyone together to get them on the same page and let them know that this case will revolve around one person, Jeff Metcalf, the father. So when Carmelo's mother heard what Jeff said about her son, what do you think that this lady did? She handed the microphone at a press conference to the baby shaking minister of justice. And at that press conference where Jeff Metcalf showed up to pray with the family, the baby shaking minister called the police and had Jeff kicked out. Like, can you believe it? They kicked Jeff Metcalf, who came there to pray. They kicked him out of the press conference. The entire spectacle went viral within an hour. And do you know what else? Carmelo Anthony's prison sentence was prolonged by 10 to 25 years within that same hour. Now, why do I say that? What did the family show Jeff in that instance? Jeff, the father. They showed Jeff that there was no remorse. They showed Jeff that there would be no mutual prayers. There would be no reconciliation. Showed that man nothing but hostility and aggression. The same hostility, the same aggression maybe that was at that track meet that fateful afternoon, that was under that tent.
And he did this video 11 months ago. 11 months ago, not last week, not 4 days ago, not 2, not 3, not 7. He did this 11 months ago and predicted the outcome. Oh, wow.
Some of you are not going to appreciate how important this father is. You just don't know how these criminal sentences work. I see your comments on YouTube and Twitter. You think, oh, this person killed that person, so put the killer in prison and throw away the key. Put him there for life. That's what you guys say. You have no idea. I will tell you that people kill people all the time, and the sentences range from insanity on the low end to insanity on the high end. Now, who controls where the sentence is going to fall? At the end of the day, it is the sentiment of the community that will decide. And in this case, Jeff Metcalf is at the center of that entire community. So now, my law student, you can see the importance of getting the families, getting the community on your side. It can be the difference between 0 years and 1,000 years. Is the Karmelo family doing that? Is the Karmelo family getting the Austin Metcalf family on their side by kicking out Austin's father at the press conference? It's insanity how they are handling the Karmelo case, and Karmelo will pay the price. Now, people have asked, they said, well, Lee, if you represented the Karmelo family, how would you have handled it if Jeff Metcalf showed up at the press conference? Guys, there are so many ways that this press conference could have been used to benefit not only Karmelo, but both families' entire well-being. I would have already talked to Karmelo's family about how important Jeff is to the entire case. Hopefully, the Karmelo family would have already communicated with Jeff numerous times, expressing remorse, expressing sorrow, offering apologies for the incident. And if Jeff shows up at that press conference, guess what? We are not having a Karmelo press conference anymore. We are having a joint press conference. And guess what else? Jeff Metcalf gets the microphone first. He gets the spotlight. We stand behind him while he talks. He gets the first words, and he can talk for as long as he wants. Now, a few of you might say, well, what happens if he goes off the rails? What happens if he starts saying bad things about Karmelo? Well, good. Let him say it. He's not saying anything that we all haven't felt. And you know what we do? We stand there behind him and we take it. We take our loss with grace and patience and understanding. This man just lost a son. We are taking all of his heat. We know that the jury is going to see that too. The jury is going to be watching our demeanor while this man is up there blazing us. And after he's finished, we get on the microphone. What do? We express our understanding of his words. We express how justified he is in feeling everything that he feels. All parents can understand where this man is coming from. We thank him for his strength to join us. We tell everyone that we welcome this and all future opportunities to listen to Jeff. We express remorse at the circumstances again, and we apologize for the circumstances again. And you know what we do then? We shut up. We end the press conference right there. We don't go on to put the blame on racist white people. We don't go on to keep claiming self-defense. We don't need to argue self-defense at the press conference. The attorneys, if they need to, can argue that in court. Blame Blaming white people and screaming self-defense gets us nowhere. We have to be intelligent for once in our lives. We end the press conference on the best note possible. The jury is going to see it. If the press conference goes off the rails, it's not going to hurt us because, again, everyone can understand where Jeff is coming from. And Jeff is always free to say those things anyway, inside the press conference or out. So we take the risk. But you know what? Because of what Jeff expressed in the past and because of the man that Jeff Metcalf is, I bet that press conference would not have gone off the rails. I would bet that it would have been beautiful. And like Jeff said, we would have prayed together and sought reconciliation together. And that would have been the start of getting so many years off Karmelo'S prison sentence. So what needs to happen going forward? If the family hired me, the lead, to consult with them on this case, here's what I would tell them. First, and this is number one, fire the baby shaking minister of justice. Fire that man immediately and publicly. Let everyone know that he is no longer on the team. We've got attorneys now. We've got the lead consulting now. We definitely don't need baby shaking convicted felons representing us. Second, I would appoint Jeff, the father, to choose a new spokesman. I tell him to think of someone like a retired pastor, a real pastor, or a retired judge with impeccable standing. We are giving Jeff the control of this because Jeff is the person who can do the most to help Karmelo and to heal the community. Third, I would tell the family, Karmelo Anthony's family, to cut a check to Jeff immediately for restitution of the funeral. Then give him some more money for counseling, maybe some more money for a memorial. I'm thinking at least $50,000. And here's the thing, we do it quietly. We don't tell a soul. It'll show Jeff our commitment, and maybe Jeff will mention it to the community later on. But even if he doesn't, fine. We still give him the money privately, and we give it to him right now, 24 hours. Then I would also set up a new GoFundMe, and I would add Jeff as a co-trustee to that. The new GoFundMe would be for a scholarship fund in Austin's name. And 100%. We, the Karmelo family, make the first contribution. I'm thinking maybe another $50,000. Now, the Karmelo family has already collected $500,000, and some of that's going to be used on the lawyers, even though apparently Karmelo applied for a free lawyer, but we'll talk about that in another video. So the family can afford to give $100,000 to the man who can help their son the most. It's an investment in Karmelo and towards communal reconciliation. Guys, as you can see, there is so much that goes into a criminal case, and Karmelo's mother is so ignorant in hiring a baby shaking minister of justice than hiring someone with true knowledge and experience and wisdom. Do you think that it's possible for Karmelo's mom to turn this around and get Jeff on her side, on Karmelo's side? Or do you think that it's just too late? Let me know in the comments below.
Like I said, the lead attorney filmed this 11 months ago when the case was still fresh. It is uncanny how everything has played out exactly as he predicted. I don't put this video out to blame them. I am giving them this advice. Continue to share it. Go straight to lead attorney. Let him know Fumi Nation loves him. Continue to share it so that Karmelo can have a chance going forward. Because when he has the appeal, maybe this can be turned around. Maybe he won't serve the 17 years. Because as far as I am concerned, I think the 35 is heavy. I think the 17 is heavy. I think that this was a young boy, as he still is, that did a stupid thing. And upon reflection, would he have taken the same choices? I don't think he would. When one mother cries, all mothers cry. And that brings us now to the next gentleman I would like for you to listen to. And his name again is called Unique Maker. So let me put that volume up, and here we go.
How track meet turned into a life sentence and what it's like for this young man that's sitting on the screen, Karmelo Anthony, what it's going to be like for his intake going into the Texas Department of Corrections. Sit back, I did 26 years in the federal prison. I'm going to break down what intake looked like. I've been through plenty of intakes in 26 years. Now, we did what the mother is going through, the parents are going through. Check the video when we finish. It's going to be in the bottom. You know what I mean? But let's get this party started. All right? So I'm going to switch to a prison scene so you can see what the prison cell look like. This is ADX behind me. I'm going to do a video on if you want to know what it's like in ADX, you know, intake in ADX and doing time in ADX, put it in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. Keep it moving. Now, the track meet turned into a life sentence. Listen. This is where life gets real. 1 minute you at a track meet, rain coming down, kids under a tent, parents in the stands, coaches watching races, everybody thinking this is just another school day. Then one decision gets made. One weapon comes out. One young man dies. One family goes home with the funeral. Another family goes home with a prison number. This is the part the streets never tell you. The streets talk tough before the consequences come. But when the judge says 35 years, all that tough talk turns into silence. Now, Karmelo ain't walking into school. He ain't walking into practice no more. He ain't walking into his prom. He's walking into the system, the justice system, the prison system. And the system don't care how young you are. The system don't even care that you were 17 when you committed the crime. That's why they charge you as an adult at 18. The system only sees conviction. The system only sees sentence. The system only sees numbers. And that's why I tell you to stay out of it. That's the duress button behind me in ADX. If you need help, you're supposed to push that. There goes the lights. I'm going to break that video down in a minute, but let me get back to this. And I have his new mugshot, as you see on the screen. Karmelo Anthony, they shaved his head. He don't even look the same. He's ready to go into convict world. Let me tell you a story, right? I feel like riding. You see the way Karmelo Anthony is sitting there right now, bare skinned with no tattoos. I entered into Atwater, USP, 2007. 33 of us came off the bus. Within 7 days, it was only 3 of us left on the bus, you know, on the compound. Everybody else either checked in or got stabbed up and ran off the compound. That's how vicious it get. Then there was this white guy that came from like West Virginia. He had long hair like a hippie when he got off the bus. I seen him 3 days later, his head was bald. Seen him 2 days later, he had his first tattoo on his neck. 3 days later, he got one on the other side. A week later, he got tattoos on his face. Next thing I know, he got tattoos on his chest, his head, his whole body was covered in tattoo. And he came in just as bare-skinned as Karmelo Anthony. And I said, yo, what happened? What are you doing? He said, man, I got to survive in here. I said, but what about when you go back into the free world? What's your family going to say? He said, man, I don't know. I said, you ain't tell your family? He said, nah, I just had to do it because I wanted to let everybody think I was tough and I could blend into the gang. That's the type of pressure that's in there. Now, the jewel for this here is one moment can outlive your childhood. The first day the system strips you down. The first thing prison takes is your name and they replace it with a number. Not all the way on paper, but in spirit. Because now you ain't Karmelo Anthony the student no more. You ain't Karmelo the son. You ain't Karmelo the teenager. You become an inmate. You become a file. You become a case file. You become a number attached to a sentence. They fingerprint you. They photograph you. They scan you. They search you. They tell you to bend over and cough and spread your cheeks to see if you smuggled anything into prison. They inventory your property and look through every and anything you consider as sacred. They ask you questions that don't feel like questions. Who are your enemies? Oh, you suicidal? Have you ever told on anyone? As a matter of fact, let me do it the way they do it, right? I'm letting you know now, we just coming in, so everybody getting off the bus, this is what it is. If you told on somebody, if you're a rat bastard, if you did anything and there's no reason you can't go on the compound, please go to your left. If you cooperated with the federal government, state government, or any law enforcement agency, please go to your left. If you go to your right, you will go to the compound, and anything happen will be on you, because I'm letting you know now that you enter the killing field. And then they ask you, oh, you suicidal? No, nigga, I'm scared to death after that speech. Do you have medical problems, they ask you? Do you have gang ties? Do you need protection? Can you read? Can you write? Do you understand where you are? Do you know that you're never getting out of here for 35 years? And don't go counting that good time about half the time. Do you understand where you are? And that is when reality starts sitting on your chest, because every answer decides where they put you. Every answer decides who you sleep around. Every answer decides how close danger gets. And if they cut his hair, that ain't just hair falling to the floor. That's youth falling on the floor. That's his identity falling on the floor. That's the last piece of outside being swept away. They strip you to make you feel naked and know who's in charge. Look at the prison behind me. This is ADX Supermax, where I spent 5 years of my life for screwing up. The jewel to this is prison don't just lock your body. It starts by processing your identity. And let me say this so you understand, right? Because we have a lot of people that don't understand. My message is so real, right? That YouTube done gave me the plat. And now they're suppressing my votes. So in order to beat the suppression, I need you to hit the like button, put a comment in so that other youth can see this. Because this is not like some rat bastard and flip-flop wearing in public troll try to put in a comment that, oh, you asking for likes, doing something like this. Yes, so that this message can get out to the people. Don't you understand that powerful, positive messages get suppressed and the gossip and slander, it gets a free range. So hit that like button. The first night is when the noise talks to you. His first night, the noise began talking to him. The first night is different. The cell closes in. Metal hits metal. Keys start talking. Men start yelling. Doors start slamming. Somebody's laughing. Somebody cries. Somebody curses God. Somebody calls home and breaks down. And now this young man has to lay there and listen to this. Listen to men losing their mind, having crazy, frivolous conversations that have nothing to do with nothing, having Lilliputious conversations. Not home in his room, not in his bed, not with his mother up the hallway and his father up the hallway and not with his cell phone, not with his friends, just 4 concrete walls. Steel. Fluorescent lights, strange voices, strange eyes, strange rules. And the worst voice is the one in his head. The one that makes him remember that last fatal moment that took away his freedom. I can't tell you anymore. It's not worth it. He asks himself, how did I get here? Why didn't I walk away? Why didn't I just leave? Why did I even go to sit over there? What did I do wrong? What did I lose? And then he looks around. He lost his freedom. That is when prison gets quiet and loud at the same time. There's not a sound being said, but the noise in your head is so loud. Quiet around you, sound inside you. The loudest punishment ain't always the bars. Sometimes it's your own thoughts. The system don't care that you was a kid. Don't care that you was 17 when it happened. They showed you that when they tried you as an adult. This is the cold part. He was 17 when it happened. But adult court don't rock you to sleep.
Jesus.
Adult court don't look at baby pictures. Adult prison don't ask what grade you was in. Adult prison don't even say he made a teenage mistake. Adult prison says, you hear now? That's the difference between youth and consequences. Youth thinks it can reset tomorrow. Prison says tomorrow belongs to me.
Jesus.
Youth thinks anger is temporary. Prison says anger came with the paperwork. Youth thinks a few seconds is nothing. Prison says a few seconds can become decades. I spent almost 3 decades in federal prison, so I know. That's why I tell the youth, don't let your pride borrow time from your future, because prison collects the interest. You give prison one bad decision, prison can take your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, like it did me. Your 30s, your first child, your first house, your mother's good sleep, your father's peace, and your whole family's name. When you move like a man in the streets, the court may punish you like a man in the system. The cons come fast and they come ugly. The cons in the prison, they come fast and they come ugly. Now, let's talk for real, right? The cons ain't just the sentence. The cons are everything inside the sentence. First con, everybody watching him because his case is known, his face is known, his name is known. That makes him vulnerable. Some people may want fame off of harming or touching him. Some may want to test him. Some may want to extort him. Some may want commissary. Some may want protection money. Some may want him scared. Some may want him angry. Some may want him to crash out again. What I'm recommending y'all to do is, I'm going to put a couple of shorts up on this today, but I'm recommending y'all to share this so that every mother get to see this, including Carmelo Anthony's mother, so she know what he's getting ready to expect. And make sure every youth see this as well. Now, let me tell you about the second con. He's young, right? Young inmates get stupid. They watch how they walk. They watch how they talk. They watch how scared they are. They watch if he's too friendly. You could be too friendly in prison, because you never know a fool until you know open his mouth, and you never know a sucker until he opens his mouth. So that's why they watch if he's too quiet. That means he's scared. They watch if he got money, because if he got money, they're going to figure out a way to put the extortion move on him, because they don't have money coming from the outside, so they're going to figure out a way to finesse him, whether they soft press him, hard press him, or gorilla press him. You know? They watch if your family loves you. And just because he stabbed someone and took a life in prison, you got thousands that's been there and done that. That was hardened. This was an accident that shouldn't have happened. That we're trying to prevent from happening again. They watch if your family loves you. If your family writing you, coming to visit you, they want to be your friend so they can get whatever perks you get from your family. They take whatever crumb they can drop off like a squirrel trying to get a nut. Because in prison, Love from the outside can turn into a target where they want you now. Y'all want the third card? He can't move like a regular kid. He can't just say, I don't want no problems. Because sometimes problems walk right up to your bunk and say, get up. I want to test you. Sometimes problems stand in the shower area, trying to catch you vulnerable with your clothes off, butt naked in your flip-flops, trying not to walk in the semen on the floor. That's why in the penitentiary we take a shower without boots on. That's why I can't stand and I despise flip-flop wearing in public trolls. Flip-flops ain't do nothing but cause problems in my world, because you can't defend yourself. You wearing flip-flops, a car get out of control, a bike get out of control, a dog running across the street, a dog loose, whatever. How you gonna run to go? Even though I did see a video the other day, I'm gonna air on one of my shorts where a dude kicked off his flip-flops and cold knocked the dude out in his bare feet. And this dude even had on socks. If you want to see that short, put it in the comments to remind me. Sometimes problems sits at your table. Sometimes problems ask for your tray. Sometimes problem asks for your shoes. Let's take a ride. Back in my day when we used to go to prison, they allowed you to wear your own clothes in the prison. They didn't give you a uniform. So whatever you came in with, if someone liked it, they was going to try to take it from you, and you must defend it. I know y'all heard the old saying everybody laugh at. What size are those? That's where you must pop off.
Jesus.
If you answer and give a number, you'll be upside down under somebody's bunk or playing a Maytag. Maytag was like the #1 wash machine back then. That means you'll be washing someone's drawers, and we trying to prevent that by telling you don't go out there. Look at Karmelo Anthony next to me on the screen. That's who he is now.
Hey God.
No longer the high school student. Sometimes problems ask who you with, what set you with. And if you answer wrong, the politics can swallow you alive. Prison don't wait for you to mature. It tests you while you're still confused. When aggression comes at them, this is the part people don't want to say. Prison has predators. Not everybody, but enough. Enough to make sleep dangerous. Enough to make silence heavy. Enough to make a young man keep his back to the wall. Why do you think I said his back? There are men in there who study weakness, who study fear.
Hey God.
They study loneliness. They study inexperience. They look for the young one who don't know prison language. They look for the young one who still believes every smile is friendly. They look for the young one who thinks respect is automatic. But I'm here to tell you it ain't. It's earned. Respect in prison is watched every day. How you talk, how you stand, how you refuse, how you accept help. Who you eat with, who you owe, who you borrowed from, who you avoid, who you accidentally offended. And the danger ain't always loud. Sometimes it comes polite. Let me help you. You need something? I got you. Pay me later. That later can turn into pressure, because they're going to come when they know you don't have it. That pressure can turn into threats. Those threats can turn into violence. That violence can turn into more time. That's the trap. Prison puts you in a place where reacting wrong can bury you even deeper. When I say deeper, meaning you get more time or you wind up losing your life in there. In prison, every favor can become a leash. So that means they feel they owe you until you can pay them. His mother's doing time too. Don't forget that now. His mother is doing time too. Now look at his mother. She ain't behind bars, but she got a sentence too. Her sentence is worry. Her sentence is fear. Her sentence is calls she might miss. Her sentence is letters with tears on them. Her sentence is wondering if he ate today. I wonder if somebody threatened him, she thinks. Wondering if he's safe, because that's what a mother do. Wondering if he's crying, but acting strong. Wondering if he's sick. Wondering if he's getting jumped. Wondering if he's being pressured. Wondering if he will survive the man he has to become. That mother has to put money on his books for commissary. She has to answer calls from prison calls and put money on that too. She has to drive hours with expensive gas and take time out of weekends to see him. And oftentimes for 30 minutes. After you done drove 7 hours. She has to sit in a visiting room trying not to break because they're gonna attack her. She has to smile through a table. She has to leave him right there. And that's the hardest part when the visit is over and you both go your separate ways and you want to go together. This is the worst walk for a mother. Walking out of prison without your child that you birthed and you brought here and you made an oath to protect. She came in with hope. She leaves with weight. And every time that gate closes, it closes on her too. A prison sentence never belongs to one person. It spreads through the whole family and everybody that love and care about you. The only pros are painful pros. Let's be fair. We talked about the cons. Now let's talk about the pros. Are there any pros? Very few. And none of them feel good. Let's get that straight. The first pro is he's still alive, right? At least he's alive. But rest in peace to Austin, who's not. That matters because Austin is not here. So if Karmelo has breath, he still has accountability to face. If he still has a chance to grow, he still has a chance to repent. He still has a chance to learn. He still has a chance to become more than his worst moment. The second pro is simple, right? Prison can force reflection. Prison can force you to reflect on what you did. Not growth. Growth is a choice, but reflection, that comes in real quiet. It comes when visits end. It comes when birthdays pass. It comes when friends disappear. It comes when your mother says, stay strong, baby. Because like I said in the other video, my mother came to see me because I like to ride. When my mother came to see me, like I said, after that 18 years, I was already down 18 years. It took 18 years for me to physically see my mother or touch my mother. And my mother told me, baby, be strong. But I'm not coming back here no more. I know you love me. And I know you're going to find a way to come home to me. That's the love of a mother when all the women that I had, they all tipped and dripped and ran out. It comes when friends disappear. That's when the loneliness comes. Like I said, it comes when your mother says, stay strong, but her voice cracks. The third pro is his story can warn somebody else to not go down that path. Some young men watching this might put the knife down, might walk away, might let pride lose so life can win. That's the only way pain turns into purpose. The only good that could come from tragedy is a lesson that saves somebody's life. The real prison is regret, right? Prison got fences, prison got towers, prison got offices, prison got counts, prison got lockdowns, prison got chow halls, prison got politics, but the deepest prison is regret. Regret follows you to breakfast. Regret sits on the bunk with you. Regret walks with you to the shower. Regret listens to your phone calls. Regret shows up on holidays. Regret shows up when another man's child comes to visit him and you have to sit back and look and say, I don't even have a child, or I haven't seen my child in decades. Regret shows up, right, when your mother gets older through thick glasses and metal chairs. Regret says you could have walked away. Regret says you could have swallowed your pride. Regret says you could have taken the push and kept your life. Regret says you could have gone home. This is why I tell the youth, the wind ain't always standing your ground. Sometimes the wind is leaving with your freedom. Sometimes the wind is looking soft for 5 minutes so you don't look guilty for 35 years.
Walk away. Walk away. You know what just occurred to me now? And I don't know how else to say it. Austin has died. That's bad enough. And Karmelo will be killed every day during that time in prison. He'll be killed multiple times, to the point that in the event that he does come home, that 19-year-old boy is long gone dead. Whatever comes back to the mother is not the person that went in. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button. And I will see you sooner than later. To all of my sons, don't listen to the hype. Walk away.
Hi guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking